Hello, welcome to the bakery. How can I help you today? Place an order? Sure, and have you been here before? Okay, well, welcome. And how did you hear about us? Oh, wonderful. Okay, well, just to give you some information, I have been the owner of this bakery for the past 5 years now, and we bake everything homemade. And we also cater all different types of events and parties, so I can get out a menu for you. And then I'm also going to take down some information. And how many items do you think you're looking to order? Okay, so write that down. And what is your first and last name? Yeah, and that amount is pretty normal, pretty typical for the parties that we cater, so no problem. And a phone number? And then just an email address as well. And then will you want the items delivered? Okay, so what is your home address? Alright, and then the date is perfect. So October 15th. And what time? Okay, so 1 o'clock. So then I would likely like to deliver right around 12. Okay. And obviously if anything changes, you can just contact us. Okay. Any allergies? Okay. Well, I usually will include a few cookies that are gluten-free, a few vegan cookies, just so you have them in case somebody has an allergy that you weren't aware of. And then what about a budget? Okay, yeah, that'll definitely work. So what I typically do is go over our popular menu items with catering customers, and then you can decide which ones you'd like to go with, or if you have an idea for something that's not currently on the menu, we could work with you on that. So I'm just going to go over the menu now. I kind of have it separated into categories. So we'll start off with the cupcakes and cakes. And then I can make some notes with you on the menu as well as we're going through if I want you to remember something special about one of the items. And let me know if you have any questions too as I'm going through. And I forgot to ask, is there anything specific that you're looking to get? You're not really sure? Perfect, so then this should be helpful. Alright, so we're going to start with the cupcakes and cakes, like I mentioned. So starting off, we have our ever popular vanilla cream cake. And that is a yellow butter cake with layers of vanilla pastry cream, which is delicious. And it's frosted with vanilla buttercream, of course, and decorated with candy confetti. Then we have a blueberry lemon cake. So that is a rich lemon cake filled with homemade wild blueberry cream cheese. And that's homemade here, and it's amazing. And then that's topped with a blueberry buttercream. And I should have mentioned, I know your party is fall themed, and I'll be going over all those items in a moment. So then we have a peppermint hot chocolate cupcake. And that's definitely for chocolate lovers. And that's topped with a light mint buttercream. And there's a York peppermint patty on top. So it's a very popular item in the store. And then one of our top selling cookies I wanted to mention are the cookies and cream cookies. So these are of course filled with Oreos. And they're nice and soft, perfect texture. Very, very delicious. So I would highly recommend them if you're looking to get a cookie that everyone will enjoy. So next I'll move on to the fall section. So carrot cake, and that's a rich carrot cake with spices, walnuts, raisins, and layered with a walnut caramel filling, cream cheese, decorated with vanilla buttercream, and toasted walnuts. And if you were to decide you don't want nuts on any of these items, we can do that as well. So everything's customizable. Then we have a delicious apple pie. I'm going to star that because it is very popular. So Pink Lady and Granny Smith apples, baked in a double butter crust. And then right down here, we have apple cider donuts, always a favorite for the fall. So those are actually made with our homemade applesauce, and they're dipped in an apple cider glaze and cinnamon sugar. Then we have our pumpkin spice cookies, and those have a streusel topping and cinnamon vanilla frosting. Another classic for the fall. And then I just added here some classic snickerdoodles if you're interested. So those are cinnamon cookies, of course, with a sugar cookie crust. And they're filled with a light cinnamon custard that is so good. And topped with a spiced buttercream. So a lot of good flavors for the fall and a really good combination. And are you a fan of cheesecake? Okay, well right down here at the bottom, we do have a maple cheesecake that I would recommend. So that is a maple cake over a graham cracker crust, filled with real cheesecake and topped with maple cream cheese, buttercream, and drizzled with maple syrup. And it's not too sweet, it's just the perfect amount of sweetness. It's very good. Alright, let's flip this over. Okay. Now on the second page, so starting at the top, we have our apple crisp. one of my favorites. And that's apple spice cake over an apple crisp crumb crust. And of course it's filled with apple pie filling, topped with vanilla buttercream and baked oats. Okay, what else here? Oh, our spiced pumpkin cake is a good choice. So that's a pumpkin cake filled with whipped pumpkin pie and then topped with cream cheese buttercream. And we also do pumpkin rolls as well, so different options based on your preference. Is this overwhelming at all? I know there are so many options, but you really can't go wrong no matter what you pick. So 3 other items here that I wanted to mention because they're actually really great for kids. They're kind of smaller portions and we can set them up on a table where you can just grab them and go and enjoy. So really cute packaging, things like that. So we have apple twice baked croissants. And that's a hand-rolled croissant filled with almond cream, spiced cream, and apples. And then you can also have the croissants topped with buttercream, pie crust crumble, butterscotch, chocolate. Really, the choices are endless. And then another favorite are Dutch apple pie bars. So those are shortbread style crust bars drizzled with salted caramel sauce, layered with fresh apple pie filling, topped with a streusel topping, and then drizzled once again with a caramel sauce. I know that sounds overwhelming, but they are delicious. Alright, so I think I went over everything. Any questions on the items? Yes, we do have a lot of great fall items, and like I said, everything is really good, so you can't go wrong. And what were you thinking of ordering? Okay, so I'm just gonna write everything down. Okay, so definitely some apple pie bars. And I forgot to mention, I know you said your final head count is kind of up in the air, and that's fine. You can let us know a day prior, okay? So we'll put 25 for now. And then 1 cheesecake. Some caramel apples. Spiced pumpkin cake. And then what else? Some apple crisp cake. Some Oreo cookies. Yeah, that's always good to throw something not fall themed in the mix. And then apple cider donuts. Perfect. Anything else that I haven't mentioned? Caramel apples. Yes, we actually do offer caramel apples, and we have them in a variety of options. So, dipped in chocolate, caramel, peanuts, all of the different toppings. We even have a pumpkin dipping sauce. Would you like any of this? Okay, yeah, those are really popular with the kids. And I can bring them as full apples on sticks, or I can cut them up for you so they're just small pieces. Cut them up? Yeah, that'll be much easier again for the kids to take. And then you said also a pumpkin pie. Okay. Perfect. So, okay, I have everything here. And of course, if you want to add anything on prior to, again, we just need 24 hours notice. And then we need that final head count as well. So just make sure you either call or email before the day of the party. And I'm going to deliver this at 12 o'clock. Like I mentioned, I have your email, I have your phone, I have your address. Okay. And then everything's baked in the morning. I think I mentioned that. So it'll be fresh. And then just make sure you leave some room in your refrigerator for the cold items, specifically the cheesecake, so I can put it in there when it arrives. So any other questions? That's right. I forgot to tell you the total. So based on what we currently have mapped out, it's looking like it's going to be about $150. Now, of course, if you need to cut back on some items or add more, that can change, but I can give you a final price the night before, and then you can pay day of. Well, thanks so much for coming into the bakery, and I look forward to catering your party. Please feel free to reach out if you need anything in the coming weeks, and I will be in touch. Thanks for coming in, and I will talk to you soon.